Hello everyone and welcome to Terry Scholey's June and Summer 2022 forecast brought to you from GavsWeatherVids. June 2022 prediction for the UK and Ireland. An unsettled June largely devoid of a heat wave seems likely, although a few sunny very warm days are expected with winds often between north and east. This suggests that the north and west relative to normal should be drier and sunnier than the east and south in a month when thunderstorms mainly in the south may be more frequent than usual. Dunes on the current phase of the hail cycle going back to the mid-19th century tend to be on the cool side and occasionally wet, but the sequence also contains the warmest dune ever recorded in 1846. Those with a strong easterly QBO similar to the present have seen mean average temperature close to or somewhat above normal recently, and this will probably be the case this June. One of the years that cropped up, looking at the current phase of the QBO, was 2018, a warm, dry June, and is also a reasonable lunar match. The current situation is similar to the present, but displaced further north, suggesting a mixed, somewhat warmer than average month. There was also a very warm spell at the end of that June that to some extent appears in my selected solar lunar years that the month should broadly follow. Current model outputs are also suggesting winds, spells of winds between north and east, which I fancy may dominate the first half of June, with just a hint of a final warmer spell in the second week. Occasionally we should get winds from a southerly quarter, bringing humidity and some heat, but any hot weather should soon be followed by a fungy breakdown. The period around and in the run up to the summer solstice could be particularly unsettled, with showers and some thunderstorms, probably followed by a somewhat cooler, fresher interval. But could the final week eventually turn finer and increasingly warm? We'll have to wait and see. Amounts of sunshine during June should be close to normal in most parts, with the month relative to normal drier over Scotland and Northern Ireland, but wetter over England and Wales. I suspect that totals will vary quite widely, especially in the south, because of the localised nature of thunderstorms. And then we move on to Terry's summer prediction, summer 2022 forecast. Although often quite warm, a somewhat disappointing summer seems likely, with a very mixed June bringing sometimes heavy thundery showers, particularly to the south and east. The north and west relative to normal should be drier in June than after perhaps a very unsettled spell around the summer solstice. The month could end on a finer, much warmer note, particularly in the east and south. The summer seems unlikely to produce much in the way of heat waves, although July does have the scope to produce a few very warm or hot days, most likely towards the end of the month. At times the weather could be quite placid in July, making it fair rather than fine conditions common at this time of the year. But it could be particularly wet for a time around the middle of July, with some heavy rain and thunderstorms that may lead to flooding. Although unsettled, August may see winds more from a southerly quarter, making it quite humid at times. This will trigger further heavy showers and thunderstorms between somewhat cooler, fresher, rather cloudy intervals. There'll also be some warm sunshine at times, though with a suggestion that the month could end up with a late spell of very warm, perhaps even hot weather that could extend into the early part of September. Does it always? So all in all, it seems not a summer to get particularly excited about, one to make the best of when finer intervals come along. But perhaps remember, this is only a general guide that shouldn't be taken too literally. The regular monthly updates will keep you better informed of the latest developments. Keep smiling. Terry Scholey, 1st June 2022. If you'd like to see more forecasts from Gav and from Terry, then please can you subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much everyone for doing that. And bye for now.